All right, while I got this fresh in my mind, I want to share. All right, two things. Number one, yesterday I went to Sam's and I was getting some stuff, some supplies, some extra food and stuff. And I was looking around, I thought, man, Sam's, Costco, anything kind of big box store that carries multi-family packs of food. In our area, it's either Sam's Wholesale, which is affiliated with Walmart, if you don't have one in your area, or Costco, which I know everyone knows about them. I looked around and I thought, there is so much supplies here, right? I mean, they're just stocked up from floor to ceiling. And I'm not saying you should do this. I'm not saying, I'm not advising anybody. It's just a thought, right? I'm still free to think, as long as I don't act on it, right? But I'm still allowed to think, and thinking, I'm just sharing. So I don't condole this, I don't suggest this, I don't say go and do this. But the fact is, in past events like Katrina, like the rioting in 2020, and any major disaster, shit hits the fan, WROL, so I can't talk this morning. But in any event to that capacity, there has always been this thing that people will run to the store, whether it's Walmart, Target, and they'll loot. And they'll take big TV screens and bikes and all kind of stuff that they normally wouldn't be able to get, right? Obviously, because the income base. But imagine if real shit hits the fan, we're going to war, another disaster's coming, that people, I suspect, would run to a big box store like Sam's or Costco and thought, the shit's coming. The shit hits the fan is coming. I'm gonna go to Sam's or Costco, and granted, they're still open, they don't shut the doors, and you just happen to have a leg up on the news. And I just heard through my backdoor resources that in 24 hours, shit hits the fan's coming. If we're that lucky, right? That you go to the store and you're just like, you know what, I'm maxing out the credit card. A, I'm maxing out the credit card. Or B, I'm just gonna go over there and grab as much shit as I can and get out the door. What are they gonna do, arrest me? What are they gonna do, send the cops after me when I know shit hits the fan is about to hit? I think about that. Then I'm not saying I'm gonna act on it, but it just crosses my mind that people would do that. People have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Number two, I want you to check out this weather. You see, doom and gloom today. I'm going to my grandpa's to go drop some supplies off. No sun. For anyone that is going to look into solar power, solar energy, whatever, you have to remember those days when there's no sun. And that's when you're going to have to bust out the generator. Because if there's no sun for 2 or 3 days, you're SOL unless you're charged up, and you limit, and I mean really limit your usage of the solar power charger, whatever you may have. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I think it's a great idea. If you can afford it, get it. Get the generator, get the solar charger. The EcoFlow that Just Josh had showed us on the last 2 videos. I think that's awesome. It's kind of pricey, but still it's cheap compared to other items. But you think about that. That said, what if we went to war and you happen to be in a state that gets hit with the nuke from another country, and it clouds the sky for days, and you can't use, even if you're prepared for a nuclear disaster, which at that point I think we're all SOL. I think we're all screwed. But if you're able to manage, and you have a bunker, and you have the gas mask, and you have protection and all the top-notch gear, if there's no sun because the sky is cloudy and filled with smoke and debris and whatnot, that's another disaster to prepare for, because you're not going to have any energy coming from the sun. So you best be charged up and ready if you're going to go that route and depend on it. I'll close it with this. I would say, if at all possible, go backcountry, redneck, deep down south, and prepare yourself for basic necessity needs. That means if you're able to get by with a wood stove burner, firewood, charcoal on the grill, and make it through without any sun or solar charger, I say do that. Prepare for 5 to 7 days minimum. And if you ain't doing that, that's on you. Red out.